So the weather today, absolutely atrocious. So I went out, tried to get some filming done, but unfortunately, weather was just too bad. Wind, rain, sleet, everything. So on my way back, I thought, right, what we'll do is we'll have a look on 500px and have a look at some of the photos that I've done on there and why I actually took them, what it is about them that I took. So I've got my phone, I've got the 500px up there. So I'm just going to scroll through, no particular order, and just have a talk about them. So what sort of pictures do I normally take? It's usually now either landscape or wildlife, and to be quite honest, I'm not too sure which I prefer. The landscapes, getting the light in the right place, looking for your compositions, that really does appeal to me. But the wildlife, it doesn't really matter even if you don't get the shot, because what you're doing is interacting with another animal, and sometimes just watching those is enough without even getting a shot. I have on occasions had the shot lined up but not taken it, and in the video last week, the last video, the one in the woodland walk, I do say there that the robin, initially I didn't move. I just stood and listened to it and just watched it because I just didn't want it to fly away. So let's have a look through. Let's have a look at this shot. It's the one of Magpie Mine. We've got light coming in sideways. It's coming across, hitting the side of the buildings, and just giving that little bit of depth to the photograph. It only lasted, that light, it genuinely only lasted for less than a couple of minutes, and it's just been in the right spot at the right time. Sometimes you get there and it works, sometimes you get there and the light is just completely flat, and it can make the difference between a good photo and one that just doesn't work at all. Back in November, I went down to Big Moor to take some photographs of deer. On Big Moor there's a couple of herds of wild red deer. I thought I'll just go down and try and get some shots. I'd looked round, couldn't find any, and then I saw them. So I went over a wall, they were way off in the distance, probably a quarter of a mile away from me. And there was some grass there, so I thought, right, I'll get over the wall, I'll get down in the grass. And I got a long lens on, looking across, and just watching them. Took a few shots, but they were way off in the distance. Then I thought, what's that? And there's something just appeared, a really blurry, out of focus, appeared in the middle of the lens. When I refocused, it was a hind. Unbeknown to me in the dark, there was a little dip over the just in front of me, probably about 50-60 feet away from me, and a hind put its head up and looking straight at me. So I managed to get a few shots off. That's what you're looking at now, and that was just absolutely magical. Over about the next 10-15 minutes, I got several shots. Technically they're not right good, but that moment was absolutely amazing, and that is why I really do like doing wildlife shots now. So I couldn't move, I just sat there, and over there it had gone completely dark. I couldn't see anything at all, and this herd of deer just going about the normal routine, eating, grazing, kept looking across at me, and then gradually walked away. So that got me hooked on wildlife. A couple of weeks later, I went down to Chatsworth, and they've got herds of fallow deer there, and they're pretty tame, so you can get quite close to them. And I took quite a few shots of those. Some of them are up on 500, some of them aren't. There were two of the young ones that were just in the rut. Two of the young stags there, and they were just having a go at each other, play fighting really. But it was absolutely fantastic to watch, and using the long lens you could get in there with them, so you felt like you were part of the action. While they were taking that, the light levels got absolutely fantastic. That time of year, late autumn light, we got the light is low, it was coming across, side lighting everything, and I managed to work myself around the deer so that I was behind them, and we got a shot that I put up on 500px, and it's the group of deer. I'm just putting it up on my phone now, but you'll be looking at it there. It's that group of deer there, and the light's coming behind them, and it's just rim lighting, and you can see where the ones that aren't grazing, they're looking round in all directions. And again, that was just magic, absolutely magical. So on the way back to the car, there's a bit of a woodland, and I spotted a stag. It was a long way off, so gradually made my way towards it and laid down in the grass. That felt ridiculous because we had lots of people around, and I got down in the grass there, trained the lens, and just waited and waited and waited. But then it came out. It looked straight at me. It walked between two trees. The light was perfect. I'm just bringing it up on here now. The light was absolutely superb. Coming sideways, all the trees in the background were in shade, and it just hit it, and we got it on there now. It looked so proud, just stood with its head up. Obviously it could smell where I was. It picked my scent up. By this time there's nobody around. I got a couple of shots off, and then it started walking towards me, and you can see the antlers, how big they are, and I thought, this is not going to be good. I didn't take any more shots. I just watched it coming towards me. Then it stood, turned, and walked away. And again, that feeling, just interacting with another creature, could see right into its eyes. Last week I went out into Sherwood Forest. Now again, the rain was coming down, it was terrible weather, and I didn't really get any shots or any video. That's why we're a bit short of video for this week. It was going to be a scouting trip that I was filming. But going into a car park, just looking at the locations, and they had a bird table, and there were squirrels sat on it. Now, with it being at the side of the car park, it's used to people, it's used to cars. So I went up to the top of the car park, got my camera out, put the long Olympus lens on, the f2.8, and then freewheeled the car and stopped just at the side. And I got a series of shots. And I put a little bit of... The squirrel was stealing what they put down for the birds, which is the fat, and it does look a well-fed squirrel. Birds kept coming and dive bombing it, trying to get on the table, trying to intimidate it to go away, and then a cat came. And the cat walked across, the squirrel saw it and went back up into the tree. That gave a chance for the birds to come in. And it was just, again, sat there, probably about half an hour, something like that. I just wasn't really looking at the time, and just watching and taking photos. So going out, having a go, that's why I do it. That is something that I can go out, I can get the pictures, I can look at it, and it gives you a chance to remember what you were actually doing, remembering how it felt to be there. I had the window open, it was raining, my right arm was wet through. Didn't matter, because I'd enjoyed it. So that's, in the essence, why I take photographs. So that's it. Bit of an unusual one. A little bit all over the place. Had a chance to talk about some of the photographs and why I took them and what they mean to me. So if you have liked it, then think about subscribing, share it with somebody, hit the bell, and give us a thumbs up. And I'll see you in the next one.